Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. How are we tonight? April 5th. April 5th already. My goodness me. April 5th already. You know, Georgie, it's crazy. Time is just flying by. Yep, we are already into this month. Now, depending on which calendar you follow, we are either into, the fourth month or the second month, depending. Oh, excuse me. Give or take. If you follow the 13 lunar months calendar, we're just starting a brand new month. Brand new month. Brand new year. Brand new year. And so we're actually in the first, I guess this first month. And if you're following the Gregorian calendar, then you're in the fourth month, which is April, and here we are. Either way, that matters, by the way. It does matter, because where you affix your energy, where you affix your consciousness, where you are hardwired into, wherever it is you're hardwired into, is where you're going to resonate with those vibrational attunements or alignments. Okay, so if you're on the Gregorian calendar, you're going to follow along with the Gregorian calendar, 4 portals and all of those, things that happen in each month that comes by. If you're not, then you're going to recognize everything but the lunar cycles in different areas. That's all. It's all good. Anyway, hey, how are you? How's it going? It is Psychic Saturday Night Live. Yeah, here we are again for yet another night. And this time, we won't have any power flickers because we are finally through, as far as I know, all of the winter wonderful experiences that you get, along with not just snowfall, but ice storms and everything else that we were encountering here in Ontario. So, yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy times. And today, of course, it's a wonderful day, but it's a little bit rainy. So that's okay. Clearing out things, moving things along, getting rid of energies, cleansing, shifting ions, all of that stuff matters. It does matter to our experience. So I'm going to let the algorithm do its thing, bringing in people. Everybody wants to jump in. I'm really excited today because tonight we're going to, after this live, we're going to jump into at 8 o'clock a Zoom call. I put the link in the comments of previous posts, and we're going to talk about some really awesome stuff. And I'm going to show you where everything is connected. Everything is spiritual and everything is connected, even if we don't think it is. Even when you think, oh my God, that is like the least spiritual thing on the planet. It's not. It's not. And we're all here to discover all of these wonderful things that are here in this world, on this planet, that are this planet experience, right? So, yeah, join me at 8 o'clock and find the link for the Zoom call. Totally different experience altogether. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited about it because we're going to talk about all kinds of wonderful things. And as I said, spiritually speaking, this is everything that is completely related to who we are and what we are doing here, even though it does not seem like it, feel like it, or look like it. Trust me. It's all part of the experience. It's all meant to be where we are. So it totally feeds into where we are and who we are, week to week, excuse me, week to week, each week from week to week. And as we, uncover these different things and go through these different cards that we go through, growing, evolving, recognizing these patterns, whether it's Gregorian calendar or the lunar calendars, whatever it is, wherever you are, everything is happening exactly as it's meant to. And if you can just look at it in a way that is, deeper than what is just topically showing you something, then you're going to get the most out of this experience. And that's kind of what we're here for. That's totally what we're here for. So, hello, hello, hello. It is April 5th, 2025. We've had an enormous amount of shifting in the last week, just in the last week with energies. So as we move into the April energies, things change. And we have to recognize also that in the polarity experience on the other side of the planet, they are also feeling these kind of energies, but in a different experience. They are in October, energy, the fall energy, of course, of October-ish. And we are here in this beautiful spring. And so that matters because it contributes to the collective. All the thoughts we think, everything we do gets uploaded into the collective. And we're either following along with programs that are already implemented, or we are creating new programs for ourselves and forging new pathways. Here. Yeah. Which is what we've been talking about with cards. So hey. How are we all? Oh my goodness, it's been such an amazing time. So yeah, we're going to do some cards, mind, body, and spirit like we normally do. We're going to do the brick, and while we're past the eclipse season, thank God, that was quite the ride. We are definitely going to pull a card from a different deck altogether. And to be honest with you, I hadn't actually considered which one it is today. You know, yeah, we got one. The Messenger Oracle. The reason being is because here, where I am anyway, wildlife is coming out. Like after the winter we've had, now that the snow is gone, there's a lot of wildlife walking around and venturing out from maybe hibernation, but definitely from being snowed in for the longest time. And so Spirit is speaking to us with these wonderful animals, the animal messengers. And I know I noticed a couple of times on, the feed that I've got with people, that there are some people who are actually noticing there are certain animals that are making themselves, front line and center for you to see, so that their message can be conveyed to you in some way, that you stop and look at it and go, you know what, that's just more than just, oh, look, there's a raccoon, or oh, look, there's a bunny. There's something distinct about the experience you're having. There's a connection being made and a medicine being delivered in this nature spirits, and in these wonderful animal messengers that come to us. There's a message, there's a medicine rather, that is being conveyed to us in the energy, in the wonderful experience of it. So yeah, we're going to do our cards, and then we're going to do the Messenger Oracle, because spring is here upon us here in Ontario, and now all of these wonderful animals are making themselves. I don't know how many times I've seen the hawk lately. I haven't seen them in a while. What did I just see? Somebody posted about having noticed that the cranes were back where they were, and that's beautiful. I just love catching the cranes. It's happened a few times in my life, and there's something divine. Signs are everywhere for all of us all the time. And sometimes things are just there. They're just there. Like if you see the same, the same bird in the same space all the time. There's not necessarily oh, look, that bird is in this, the same space. It's kind of routine, and you kind of overlook it a lot of the time. So Spirit will send you other messengers, or other ways that bird can be a messenger to you, so that you can pay attention and notice that bird, in that moment anyway, is not just a bird that you see all the time or doing the same thing it does all the time. There's something new going on here. And so as you attune to that, you recognize that there is definitely a message to that. My dear friend Singing Bear used to say, his mother would tell him that, sometimes a singing bear, sometimes a bird is just a bird. It's on a branch and it's just a bird. And yeah, sometimes it is. And he'd say to me the same thing. You know what, Red? Sometimes a bird is just a bird on a branch. But sometimes when you need to see that bird and the medicine it brings on that branch, and it shows up, that bird is not just a bird on a branch. That bird is absolutely a divine messenger. So, that being said, we're going to check out, hey, Pauline, we're going to check out what what the animal messengers have to say for us. Because they're very strong right now. They're very, very strong. And they are coming out of the woodwork, as we say. So, how is everybody doing after we got through that eclipse ride? It was crazy energy. We had a lot of stuff going on. The new moon brought with it a lot of incredible surfacing of things for people, but also for the purpose of clearing out old things so that new things can be planted, new seeds can be planted, and wonderful things can sprout from those particular seeds that we planted. And so this is a very interesting time. We are coming up on a full moon in about a week and a half's time. Not even about that. What's the 5? So the 13th, which is a week tomorrow. That energy is already, kind of lining us up for a wonderful opportunity to, once again, as full moons always bring us, an opportunity to let go, but also to recognize, the first sweep through of the garden, as it were. Those eclipses helped us plant those seeds, new seeds for things that we want to come, new experiences, new events, new relationships, new jobs, whatever that might have been. And now we have a chance to see that as they are sprouting, we have to clear some of those weeds out. So stuff's going to come up. Things, thoughts, beliefs, whatever, are going to come up for you, and you're going to be like, I don't know. They might be causing doubt. It's okay. Pluck them out. Recognize what they are. They're not real. They're not going to amount to anything if you don't let them. If you do not let them amount to anything, they will not. If you don't let them grow, they won't. Don't let them grow. This is the first sweep. Because once that full moon is going to give us a chance to gather all those little things up that you just gathered up, all those thoughts that don't work. They're doubtful, or they're discouraging, which a lot of people find, right? Oh, it's not going to happen, or, oh, maybe it's just not meant to be. BS. We are creating. We are here as creator beings, and we are meant to create. We are not meant to say, oh, maybe that's not what my chart says. No, your chart says, this is what you started from. Where do you want to go? This is a pick your own ending experience. It's very cool. It's a very cool experience. Let's go with that. Let's go with that, people. It happens to me. Don't think for a minute that, I don't fall prey to those thoughts, those experiences, even though I know what I know and have known and lived it for years and years, decades. It still happens every once in a while. And it's not necessarily my ego, because I've done an enormous amount of work on my ego. I'm not saying I'm ego-free, but I'm saying I've learned to embrace my ego. And that's something I teach people. Embrace the ego. Your ego is not your enemy. Your ego is a beautiful system that's been divinely designed, and implemented in you as a program that helps you. Not only does it defend your inner child who's been wounded, more than likely, but it also helps you sort of stay the course. Helps you stay, in a place of, if you're lucky enough, anyway, awareness of where your fears lie. Ego's great. So that's the point. So just remember that all of these energies are here to help us come into a place where we are empowered and encouraged to do what it is we came to do, and to do what Creator sent us to do, that we are divine beings, and you're here to create. You have a baseline to work from, but create. And April is a wonderful time for us to create. Absolutely a wonderful time. It's a time where, and it's not October that the other side of the world is in necessarily, it's the energy of fall. So in essence, to me, that is October time. But nonetheless, I just wanted to clarify that. The idea, though, is that in this time, this April month, by the way, is extremely important. It's an entirely symbolic month for forces that most of us aren't even thinking about, or would rather not think about. And that's okay. You don't have to think about them. But ultimately, we need to know that they're there, and that they're working with this time. The forces that we're working with, but not in the same way we're working them, and not for the same purpose specifically. Technically, we're all working for the same boss. You got to think of it like that. You have to recognize we are all working for Prime Creator. This experience that's playing out here, which has never happened before like this. But we are all here in the employ of Creator, Prime Creator, who said, this is the experience. This is the plan, the divine plan. You're going to be here, and I want you to get back to here. And along the way, we're going to have all these forces in place that are going to really, knock you for a loop and cause you to not even realize that you're here on a mission doing what you're doing from where you are doing it. You don't even realize that. And I try to tell people, and it's unfortunate, but one of the examples that I use that a lot of people do actually understand is that it seems as if humanity was roofied, that we were, given some sort of drug that blocked out our memory and everything, and we were totally violated. Totally. It's time for us to wake up, come to, and realize, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have power here, and I'm a creator being, and now that that's all done, said and done, I'm going to do this. This is my power. This is my power. This is my purpose. This is my light. Right? This is my journey, my soul's evolution experience to do this. I'm not going to fall for your crap anymore. I see what happened there. I'm going to check my drink from now on. Anyway, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It is, but it isn't. It's diabolically beautiful and beautifully diabolical. But you know what the point is? That we are here in this time to wake up to it all. And the only way we can do that is to come to awarenesses within ourselves, to clear trauma from our bodies and our souls, and move forward. Transcend this darkness that was the experience that we've lived up until now. It doesn't have to be any further. Just saying. Just saying. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Pauline. Yeah. Singing Bear. Isn't that crazy? Now listen, 13 years he's been gone. Crazy. Yeah. I miss him terribly. I speak to him a lot in spirit. We have our times. We have our moments. I have so very much respect for him, and so much honor to have, and blessing to have been a part of anything he did here in this place anyway, especially. So yeah, beautiful man. Beautiful man. Let's do a little work here, folks. Let's have a little look at the cards. Look at these. Queen of Wands and the World card. You know what I'm telling you? This means we've come full circle. We've come full circle. Come full circle. This is all about our journey for success, joy, achievement, right? Doing what we came to do. Inspired achievement. Queen of Wands. She is an inspiration. She truly is an inspiration. And she sits in her authority, knowing that she can manifest everything and anything she wants. And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. We're not talking about, it has to be only girls or women, whatever. Oh. The Queen of Wands, that's an energy we all carry within us. It's an energy that each and every one of us can tap into and know that we can be the leaders. We can be light leaders, light warriors, inspirations, people who lead the way and help others in some way, feel like they have permission to do that for themselves even. It's an important role that we play. That's energy we need to acknowledge. And this World card talks about us all coming full circle. Every bit of this has come full circle. And the first quarter of this year, which is technically, if you're following the Gregorian calendar, this month of April is the first quarter. That means that we've closed off a whole bunch of stuff in that time period. And there's some sort of a collaboration, a calibration rather, of our energies where, okay, we've completed one cycle, we're ready to start a new one. That's what the World card talks about. So let's have a look at what else is here for us. Mind, body, and spirit, folks. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Okay. Now, look, here comes the Hermit, and once again, the Queen of Wands. Because you know what? You can't make this stuff up. Now, the Hermit is very important because the Hermit teaches us to go inside ourselves. That's where our power lies. That's where our connection lies. To Creator, Prime Creator, to the one and only, the original source, the original one. That's who you want to connect to. We've had many creators along the way. You want to always connect to your prime creator. That's the one that everybody answers to, ultimately. All the other creators who came in here have to answer to that one too. That's the one I answer to, and only that one. And that's the only one I want to be connected to. So connect yourself to prime creator, okay? And, your innate source, of course, your innate being, but your source. That prime creator is your source, and that's all you need, is that connection. I also connect other people, or connect people to other parts, rather. And I teach us it's important that we do that. But, again, ultimately, at this stage of the game, oh my God, it's just, it's us and creator. That's all we got. So there's that Hermit card one more time, but it comes into to break the cards here, to break the deck with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a card of pragmatics. It's a card that says, you know what? There's a game going on here. There's a game being played. And you know the rules of the game. But not only do you know the rules, you know how to play to win. Do you know how to play to win? Of course we do. We know that light is all we need to dispel darkness every time, anytime, no matter where you are, everywhere. That love always wins, no matter what. And that we are here to transmute fear and fearful experiences where and when we can into love and light, so that we can shine bright, clear the trauma from our bodies, once again transmuting those experiences with love and light, knowing that they're really important. Now, mind, body, and spirit, here we go. Let's stay on track, Brenda. All right, stay on track. Okay, just so 1, 2, and 3, here we go. All right, so first card, mind, 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is a card that, in my eyes, I refer to that one as the to thine own self be true card. This is a card that speaks to, in your mindset, hold your boundaries. Hold your boundaries and stay true to you. Don't let those thoughts interfere. Don't let those thoughts intervene. Don't let that doubt get you. Don't let any of that. Stay true to who you are, and don't let any of those other thoughts, programs, forces even, infiltrate your mind and convince you that you are not here for greatness, because you are here for greatness. We are all here for greatness. Every single one of us is here to be an incredible, to discover that about ourselves and to become the most incredible being we could possibly be here in this world, on this journey, in and through this experience that is seemingly incredibly plagued with darkness. How do you shine bright? How do you stay true to these thoughts of wonderful, brilliance and light and all of these wonderful things when the world is so, again, seemingly dark? Seemingly dark. So, what do? We stay true to ourselves. You cannot allow yourself, even if it's difficult, you cannot allow yourself to fall into those thoughts, to actually literally, succumb to that. It happens to me. I have to be honest. I can't candy coat it. I'm a human. And I'm here experiencing these waves. I'm very sensitive to them, I'm aware of them, and I'm very sensitive to the energies around me. And as much as I would like to say that, I'm, totally, unmesswithable. I'm going to be polite tonight. Unmesswithable is what I usually would say. My guard is down sometimes, and I am subjected to certain energies that I am not necessarily prepared or bubbled up against to deal with, right? To prepare to deal with or bubbled up against. So that being said, conditional living is an experience I have a lot, just as every other human does. It's not easy. These forces, these energies, these things around us, just wow. And we are here as masters because those things are wow, and not everybody can handle them. Not everybody can handle them. And we are here in this time because we can handle them. And even though it's challenging, and I am also, like I said, subjected to these sometimes, and I don't always do well. Sometimes I give, and sometimes I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm here being human. I'm going to be human, damn it. I'm going to experience, and I'm going to throw all my expression and my emotion into this moment and just be in the moment, letting it all kind of come out. And good, bad, or ugly, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. The fact is I am here for the experience. And that's energy that needs to be expelled from my body, or I wouldn't be overloaded with it and needing to expel it otherwise. So you got to honor these things for yourself. You have to recognize these moments for ourselves, and we have to really give those times to ourselves and know that, you know what, being true to yourself is everything. Be true to yourself. Speak your truth. Not everybody's going to like it, and it's okay. Your truth isn't about everybody else. It's about you. It's about you. And the fact is that for the most part, the majority of us are not rude. We're not, ignorant people. We can put words together that are, diplomatic and in some ways, able to convey maturely what we need to convey. Like some of us can't regulate our emotions, obviously, and so we just spout off and just lose our shit. But for the most part, the idea is, of course, to convey the message, the emotional experience, to speak your emotional experience. It's okay. We're supposed to do that. We're not just to be the emotional experience. That doesn't just necessarily take care of the energy, does it? It just puts the energy out there. It is the energy, sure, that you're here to experience, but it's also what you do with the energy is why we're here. It's not just to come here and just litter all of our stuff everywhere. It's literally to transmute it because we recognize, holy crap, that's my stuff. I don't want to just throw it out there. I want to do something with it. I'm here to do something with it. I'm here to transmute this, to turn this icky stuff into good stuff. And so the icky stuff that comes up is a good thing. It's a good thing. And what can you do with it? You can look at it with the right reasons and for, for the growth that it offers you, rather, and in the way that you can really gain and glean the most from it. And that is to see it as a negative that can turn positive for you, that you can find some positivity from. So just saying, that's what this whole experience is for. Here we are, living it, doing it, taking all the nasties and the evils of the world and making them good. Where we can. Remember that. Not all of it's going to be like that. Some of it's got to stay here. I was talking about that with someone earlier today. Some of it's got to stay here because it's going to be necessary for other souls who come here to experience that third dimensional density. But as we rise above it and we transcend that, that's no longer in our vibrational spectrum, we'll call it, and it's no longer available for us to actually experience. Not a bad thing. When you transcend fear, it's not available for you to experience is not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of why we're here, to get to that place. It's kind of like finally, achieving that whole graduated or elevated space that takes you up out of the muck and mire. Rags to riches, we'll say, or, doom and gloom to beautiful bloom. Anyway, think about that. Be true to yourself. Seven of Wands is all about being true to yourself. To thine own self be true. You and Creator, Prime Creator, remember that. So mind, body. Body comes in with the Temperance card. Now this is a major card. This major card speaks to where you are on your soul's journey. One of the things you're learning as a soul, and that is this: calm endurance. Temperance. Most people say patience. Patience. Tempered it out. Working it. Merlin's always whipping this dictionary at me. Right here. Oxford's little pocket. You'd have a little holster on my hip if you could. I'm not playing that. Anyway, but patience. He made me look it up one day. And it literally did say calm endurance. And I was like, hey, calm endurance I got. I can do that. Patience, I don't know. There's a whole stigma, an entire connotation of energy wrapped up in the word patience. It's one of those words that people cringe at, especially if they don't have it. It's a word that people even recognize that there are sayings about that most of us, relate to. Patience is a virtue. Acquire it if you can. It seldom found in women and never in a man. Ooh, did she just do that? I did. But you see what we've been ingrained with? Like, I've known that since I was a little girl. 50 years, for goodness sake. But what does it really mean? It's a virtue. Sure, it's a virtue. Calm endurance, temperance, being able to go at your own pace, in your own way, honoring you, and knowing that Spirit's going to move you, and Spirit's going to send you signs. Prime Creator's going to send you signs. Source is going to send you stuff to let you know it's time to move forward or take the next step or whatever that might be. And in that physical world that we're living in, we are supposed to take our time. We aren't supposed to rush into things, and we aren't supposed to push ourselves too fast or too hard. We're supposed to have calm endurance. We can win this race. We certainly can win this race. We don't need to rush at anything. Take your time. Give your body a break. Give your whole world a break. It's not just about the physicality of the body. It's literally about the physicality that you're living in. Your whole world around you, where you're grounded and where your focus is, consciously as well. Not just in the mental space, but consciously where you're putting your body, right? Again, vibrations we pick up on, all of that stuff matters. It's not about the patience and sort of, the cringing energy. It's literally about, I got this. I can do this. It's like just pacing yourself, literally, right? So the Temperance card is where your soul says, I can do this. I can get through this time. It's challenging. It's trying. And it might be arduous in a lot of cases for many of us. But we can do it. We're here. We are eternal souls. The force that is animating you in the physical experience, in the mind, in the heart, is a force that has been in existence always. Always. You've always been in existence. Consciousness. Maybe not as who you are, obviously, but the energy of who you are that flows through you, animating your experience, has always been. And Source just uses it little bits at a time for us to come here and do this. Little sparks of the divine, boom, into you, into me, into them. Sparks off the divine flame that come here to experience these wonderful events, journeys, and lifetimes. So it all matters. Now, Spirit comes in, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is all about ideas. Spirit's going to give you thoughts, going to put things in your mind, going to give you ideas, right? Throw stuff your way. Hey, check this out. What do you think of that? Does this move you? Does this move you? Because if it doesn't move you, don't go that way. But if you feel inspired, which is in Spirit, when Spirit hits you and it's inside you and you are inspired and you want to do something, you've got an idea that you want to run with, that, my friends, is the Page of Swords in action. That is Spirit. Ideas coming out of the blue. Right out of the blue and into you. Spirit is here with us, interacting, co-creating as partners in our experience. So as I went on earlier about being a creator being, you're here being a creator being with these wonderful beings around you who are helping you to be the best and to create the best being that you can be. It's awesome when we tune into them. So, in your mind, be true to yourself. Don't give in to thoughts. Like I said, we have a time on the other side of the planet where energetically what's happening is they're moving into a darker time of the year, where we're moving into a lighter time. And so there's this balance of light and dark that is always playing out, nonetheless, whatever, it's always playing out light and dark. But here at this point, this pinnacle point, we've just come through these eclipses and the equinox. Like, all of that stuff matters in where we are in terms of balance and the tug of war, in essence, really. Polarity balance, right? So we have to stay bright. because they're heading into the darkness, and a lot of that stuff is actually feeding into the darker stuff. We are heading into the light, where our light, our thoughts, everything is actually increasing in brilliance. All of our stuff is increasing. So stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself, and know it's okay to take your time with things. It's perfectly fine to take your time with things. In fact, you're supposed to. We have all the time in the world. Time is a construct of the mental experience, right? It's a mental construct that we all buy into when we come onto this planet. We're like, okay, you guys work with this system. Clocks, it's a little off the norm. Again, it's kind of like the Gregorian calendar, right? It's been twisted a little bit, but for the most part, we still at least run on time that is circadian rhythms and, exactly what it's supposed to be, right? Like the sun and the moon and the time frames of how the sun rises and how many days of light we have, or how many hours of light we have in a day, rather. All of that stuff. It's all part and parcel to a program that is here. But it's all included in the time program that is a construct of our experience here. I always say time is relative to where you stand in it. So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what, in what lifetime you're in either. Time is what you buy into for that experience in that moment. Once we are beyond this, time doesn't exist the same way. Not the same way. There is time kept. There is record keeping. There is all of that stuff. But it does not exist in the same confines or constraints that we have here, where it's all squished and condensed. Like our lifetimes, by the way, interestingly enough. Anyway, that's 8 o'clock's call. I can finally say that. That's the call for 8 o'clock. People, join me. There is a Zoom link in the comments. Watch for it, because we're going to talk about all of that stuff. All of that stuff. Anyway, so 7 of Wands. Be true to yourself. Stay true to your thoughts. Don't listen to doubt. Don't go there. Pace yourself. Know everything is working out for us. I say that all the time. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for you. It's always working out for me. It's always working out. We came here at the time, that is that time where everything is meant to work out for us, because we are creator beings, and because of the way that we are moving through this mass awakening, where we are mostly in a place of, we're going to create a new world that doesn't include all this crap. We're actually getting somewhere. You can bet love wins. It happens. It's already a done deal. We're going to keep riding this timeline, and we're going to watch it play out. And you're going to see it. You're going to know it. You're going to live it. Just like I will. Page of Swords says, Spirit's with you. No matter what, you will be inspired. Wait for the ideas. If you ask for help, they will bring you ideas. If you ask for assistance in any way, they will bring you ideas. If you ask for ideas, they will bring them. They're going to bring them. That's it. That's all there is to it. Just so you know. Okay. Here comes the brick. And then we're going to do the messenger oracle. Oracle, rather, from Raven Phelan. I love this woman's artwork. She is so talented, and just, man, I love it. I've got a couple of different decks from her, and very cool stuff. Anyway, okay, let's see what the brick has to say. Let's see what the brick has to say, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody who has joined me here this evening, and to those who show up a little bit later. April 5th, 9/20. Oh my God, did I almost say 19 something? 2025. Yeah. Oh man, I wish it was 19 something again. Don't you? Yeah. If we knew then what we know now. Honestly. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. What's say, Merlin? Oh yeah. All right. I'm hurrying. I know. My time is of the essence. Okay. Here comes that brick. This one here, he says. This one here. Yeah, like we're talking about. All these weeks we've been working on all of this stuff for ourselves, for our planet, for everything, for the whole journey. I discover who I am. Beautiful card. Are you ready? Here we go. Today, I discover the riches that lie within me. I acknowledge my true self. I see myself as an unlimited being and marvel at the beauty of my life. I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being of light. As I learn who I am, I recognize the divine within me. You know, we are that. We are that. We are divine. I am that I am. Anything you put after those words, you become. Your body, your mind, everything listens and it answers in response to that. And as you discover who you are, just remember you are divine. You are a light. You are a being of light. You glow. You literally glow. Like a little glowworm, like a little firefly, like all of those wonderful things that are luminescent. Messenger Oracle. Raven Phelan. Phelan? Phelan. I'm not sure how you say it, but Phelan. I love these cards. Okay, here we go. Woo! I haven't used these in a while, so bear with me while we maybe break them in a little bit here. Oh, look, we already did. We got a couple of cards. All right, here we go. One more shuffle, and we're pulling how many, Merlin? How many? Just the one. Okay. And which one would that be then? It would be this one right here. Oh, well, this is interesting. But it is a spring card for sure. Okay, are you ready? Embrace the masculine. You see that green man on there? The green man, this is his time. This energy. Interesting, because it is a polarity experience you have here, where the creatrix, the mother, the feminine, has created and given birth now, right, to this beautiful experience, but it's the green man that comes in and activates it all. It colors it up, livens it up. Interesting. She gives birth to it, he livens it up. Interesting times. Okay, let's see. Card 11. Embrace the masculine. One more time, have a look at this card. Powerful. Okay. Within ourselves, there are two aspects to our nature, the masculine and the feminine. Here in the present, you need to embrace the masculine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now is time to be assertive, to act with authority and stand up for both yourself and your truths. Fight for what you believe in. Do not allow others to tell you that you must not or cannot. But remember, whilst you allow your masculine self to be dominant, you need to temper your assertiveness and determination with gentleness and compassion. Polarity. Take action. Be assertive. But be gentle. Be compassionate. Own that. That just means that the masculine is more dominant than the feminine, but the feminine is still there doing her thing. We have male and female. We are male and female. And there's only 2 chromosomes that determine any different. I'm not even going to talk about that other stuff right now. You know what I'm talking about. Biologically, that's it. That's all. 2. That's it. Honor the fact that you have 2. There is a hermetic principle about the law of gender. We are all 2. One of each. Male and female. Masculine and feminine. And we come with these incredible influences, we'll call them, of those. So yeah, pay attention to them. Honor them. Know who you are. And if you don't know yet, discover who you are. Yeah. It's like Saturday night. Live. Gotta love this stuff. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see who you are. I see where you are. Sometimes I don't see people. Sometimes people send messages. I don't even see them. I didn't even know. Apparently they were there and I didn't see them. One lady even says hers get totally gone. Gone, just poof, gone. I'm sorry if that happens to you. I'm so truly sorry. I have no control over this meta stuff. I tell you, I barely find my way to the go live button. Yeah, it's all good. I love you all for joining me every Saturday night, and the ones that catch me on the replay or on the record. It's all good. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being here, shining your light, sharing it with me, doing what we do like we do. So, namaste. Thank you so much, and I look forward to the next time. And if you're going to join me at 8 o'clock for the Spiritually Speaking, Connecting the Dots A to Z kind of call, it's going to be chock full of information, fascinating information. So I look forward to that. Look for the link in my posts. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time on Psychic Saturday Night Live.